And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Got a good show lined up today, buddy. Definitely, we're gonna have some fun on today's show. I got India. India. You know, I've been watching crypto for a few years. I'm relatively new to crypto. India has always had this thing where I think they're more back and forth on crypto. Like crypto is okay. Oh no, crypto's illegal. And then 6 months later, it's okay. And then 6 months later, oh, it's illegal. Oh, definitely illegal. I mean, it's a it's a joke. This whole world's a joke because what they're trying to do is make sure we do not get in. So they want all kinds of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You know, this is a pivotal time. This is tricky. It can get emotional if you let it. I keep my show basic, all right? You buy crypto that you should, you put it in a hardware wallet, Faraday bag, and then we wait. I deep dive. I'm ready to lose another channel on TikTok again. I lost a channel about 2 months ago. They deleted my one channel, and then I made up the channel called The Crypto Man. And they're ready to delete that one, so I'll give you my new channel's name once they delete it. They just go in and say, "Oh, this video is fake engagement." What are you talking about? But then there's no recourse where I can, of course, talk to anybody or whatever. So it's a total communist platform. Oh, but at least I know that I'm cranking out good material, and I'll just start another channel up there. I'll give you all the address, and we'll start it again, and then they'll cancel it, and we'll start again. It's just how we're gonna have to do it. They realize the power of the crypto Hulk and how it threatens all the other channels. So what they have to do is artificially, what do you call it, slow down my channel. Now, what I do get from TikTok is all the time you get these 30% off, advertise your channel, reach more viewers, da 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 da. And I'm just like, really? Because now this time around on TikTok, before my TikTok was just, and now this time it's like kind of slow. Like it's not growing. Like for like a whole month, I only gained like 200 people or something on TikTok. Like that's not fucking possible. Whereas before in a month it'd be like 5,000 people. So, but they're pushing those ads where you pay them money for TikTok ads and grow your business. I'm like, no. Because what I've noticed is nothing was growing on my TikTok. I'm like, that's not possible. Last time I had TikTok, this isn't a lot still because they fuck with my channel and I was getting strikes and I'd have to undo them. And but whereas before in 6 months, I was getting about 5,000 people a month on my TikTok. And then this past month, okay, if I'm lucky, 500. So we're talking from 5,000 to 500. And then I'm just bombarded through TikTok's, it's legitimate TikTok advertising where they want you to give them money to grow your channel. So what they do on TikTok is they'll throttle your channel super hard and they want you to pay money just so you can let your channel grow. And I'm like, fuck these people. And they keep threatening me, oh, we're going to shut you down. Okay, shut the channel down and I'll start another one. That's all that's going to happen. Okay. People will still find me and I will grow again. It doesn't fucking matter, man. This is how I have to survive on social media because my material is too real. They keep dropping all my programs I make. Mm. Okay, so that's the dumb shit we got to put up with on communist platforms like this one, and I think an even bigger one, TikTok. TikTok used to be good, but now they're just getting all fucking crazy. I'm not even saying anything bad. My God, Angel X was the first one. Henry Brown. That's a good thing. XRP is being used, and some point the utility will kick in, and these games um, the so-called elite are playing will come to an end, I hope. All right. Henry Brown. When we get global crypto regulations. So what we got going on now is you got Singapore with its own kind of little regulations, Europe trying to work on their own. Okay, look, that's good, but it's futile. Okay, back up, big picture again, how we get rich. Global crypto regulations. That comes from the FATFA, Financial Action Task Force people, comes from the Basel people. You know, the World Economic Forum is going to have their hand in all of this. So what I'm trying to get at is when you get rich, you've got to have the global elites. And here we go, Henry. So they're not coming to an end. The global elites are going to crush everything to make all of us slaves. Okay, that's what their job is. And they go after people that don't think. People that think like us, they try to shut us down because, see, we're dangerous because we think. Other people just follow. Like I'm telling you, all the problems I got with social media and this, and they're trying to. I just keep blazing away and doing what I want to do. See, that's a difference. Like, I don't have a particular person I follow. I don't anymore. It's kind of weird. Like when I started off, yeah, I follow this person and that. And over the years of me learning and stuff, like I don't follow anybody. I don't need to. I find so much cool information on my own that there's no need. Like these other channels, just it's no need. I look at what they're doing. I'm like, wow, you're promoting your sponsors with your news. Like you read off news and you work your sponsors right in there. That's totally fake. that's that's not good. So Henry, when XRP is fully utilized. So we need global crypto regulations. That's number one. Once that happens, then the banks, which are already right now, as I'm reading you stories day by day by day, they're getting set up. They're tokenizing. You've heard of all these things, right? And I'm speaking to people in general now. That's why I read off. This bank joins that one and tokenizes home loans and da da da. Why am I reading all these tokenizing things? Because that's how they're all getting set up. Okay, this flip the switch, this happens after everybody's all set up. As long as we keep reading stories, Merrill Lynch investment company or JP Morgan investment company joins this group to tokenize whatever, it shows they're setting up. I don't know when the setup period ends and they're all ready to go. And then the flip of the switch happens, okay? But you aren't going to have any flip of the switch until you watch this channel and I'm explaining to you about how this goes down. The infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, the street lights, the police departments of the internet, the whatever, hotels, grocery stores, they all got to be lined up, da, 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 and then that flip the switch happens, whenever that may be. Okay, so we just have to keep aware. Now, when you start seeing a slowdown, see all that's happening now, this story, that article, tokenizing this, tokenizing that, and when everything starts to slow down, that means you can start looking around, be like, you know what? I think they're all done getting set up. So they're getting all set up now. And when you start hearing the stories slow down, I haven't heard of that many tokenization stories anymore. These banks are not buying out the other ones anymore. That's weird. All of it's starting to get a little quiet now. Then that's when they bring on the, let's call it black swan, crush markets. See, because when you're watching all this stuff getting tokenized, people are like, oh, we're going to the moon, we're going to the moon. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, 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 no. You have to understand how this works. They all got to get their shop set up. It's like they're getting ready for a play. There's a grand performance. 7 o'clock in the music hall, right? So behind the scenes, the curtain's drawn shut. Nobody can see. That's us. And they're out there getting all the band members or the chorus. I'm going to get the tubas playing. You get the clarinets. Clarinets, you all go over there. Oboe section, you go over there. So make sure you got the right parts and stuff. They're all getting everything set up for the show when the curtains open. Okay, so they're back there right now. This bank's buying out this software company, or this bank's buying a custody company. You keep reading where banks are buying a custody company, right? So they're all getting set up right now. They have to disclose certain things that they're doing by law. So that's when we find out. We're like, oh, we're going to be rich. No, not right now. You're going to be rich, but not right now. Then, as they draw near and everybody's behind the curtain, all the orchestra members are there. The director's there with his stick, and I've done this for 3 years. Remember, you go back to Crypto Hulk 3 years ago, and I'm using a pen in my hand, pretending I'm the orchestra leader. You over there, the tubas, get ready. Dude, that's how all this is going. Now, when all the news starts to slow down and die down, oh, that's the sign that the black swan's coming, because we're already set up, right? They're already set up, ready to go, and then there's a quiet. Then the black swan, boom, and it gets scary. Crypto just dumps. Prices just dump. Your on-ramps to buying crypto will be turned off. Your off-ramps to sell will be wide open. Black swan comes in. Everybody's scared and afraid. People get desperate. Henry or somebody here was saying they start buying your crypto 2 to 1, or I read in some comment somewhere. Somebody said that word. What if they give us $1.50 of Cbdc for every $1? The black swan will happen. That's a sign. Like, it's going to get scary and it's going to get bad, okay? It's not going to be that long. It's going to be enough to have people just selling off XRP. Whatever cryptos you got, you just start selling it because you'll make it much. Some of you don't. You'll lose your job, whatever it might be. So be selling off crypto to live because you weren't stacking gold. You were just, I'm going to just stack crypto and I'll just live on a couch. And well, it's going to be hard to live on a couch when you have no AC, you can't shower, you have no food, this and that. You're living in fantasy world. I told you, just get a certain amount of crypto and then the rest start stacking silver or gold or whatever it is, okay? Because you're going to need that to get through this time of black swan. Okay, I haven't been backing the truck up. Like these other channels, so fake. Well, we're backing the truck up. Dude, you've been saying that shit for 3 years. How's that fucking possible? Right? These shows are so fake. And that's how it works, Henry. So, right before things go to like civil war, flip the switch. That's when it comes in. So now I just kind of broke down to you how all this goes. I don't have a date and a time. The timeline that I use is look around to see what's happening. I just broke it all down. That's how I would do it. I don't have proof that this shit's going to happen this way. This is how I would do it if I'm trying to fuck everybody over. All right. All these banks and institutions are getting all set up. That's the news stories I'm reading every day. Whales are getting set up as we speak. Singapore is running this 5-bank, systemically important tokenization. There we go again, tokenization. That's all that's going on now. They're getting their tokenizations done and they're getting their stores set up, everybody. That's what's happening. And these 5 banks, they're doing their last minute experiments or whatever they're fucking doing, or they're at least publicly acknowledging what they're doing. They're getting it all ready, all tested, and then boom, dive. Okay. We all know it's coming, right? Okay. You're not getting rich before the black swan. It happens after. So everything is getting all set up. Businesses and banks and governments are all getting keyed in, ready to go, prepared, and then boom, dip. And that's a lot of people be all afraid. Well, I thought What happened? XRP's at a quarter. It's at a quarter, dime, quarter dollar. Okay. That's all this shit's going. I'm just letting you know the future, how this goes. Then, boom, out of that, just like that, they have the solution just like that. They're going to try everything before then. It's not going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, we got this one last thing we can try. Oh, it's a thing called digital assets. Maybe this might help. And then all of a sudden, amazingly, it just fixes everything just like that. Okay. That's how it all works. So, next one Henry Brown, 4 a.m. California time, breaking news. KuCoin now, KYC. Crypto Hulk said, get your coins fast. They're clamping down with a metal fist. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. Thank you, Henry Brown. We got Alex as a member. Alex just signed up. Welcome. Land Surveyor Matt. Mad respect and shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. Pablo Diojo. Hey, Crypto Hulk, I've read sometime in July that POS in the DC will announce a new dollar, hypothetically. If they offer us dollar CBDC for every dollar, should we take it? Thanks for that donation. I kind of gave you my answer earlier. I don't have dates and times in July. I don't know the dates and times. Just they're going to give you the offer during the Black Swan. Okay, that's when this will come. Because what they need to do is they need to incentivize. They need to give you an incentive to switch over. So right now, do you want to go with this normal private cash that we have where nobody knows about it to a CBDC, and you're going to trade that for 50 cents on the dollar? Personally, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather have cash that nobody knows about. So if I have 5,000 in the bank and they're going to give me 7.5 of traceable money, or I can just keep my 5,000 in the bank. I'm keeping my 5,000 in the bank because it's paper money. Nobody knows what I'm buying. Sure, I could get more money, and sure, they can track me. Okay, everybody has to make their own decision. But anyhow, what they're going to do is create a disaster. That's when they start coming up with the good deals. Okay, when the disasters hit, maybe they'll go 2 to 3 times, maybe three CBDC dollars for $1. I mean, that's when the deals are going to happen. So just wait for the crash, right? We got Citrus. Citrus, thank you very much for that regular donation. Appreciate that. Let's see. Any other last comments before I get into the show? And that's for show. I'm getting into the show, faux show. Late Hulk started early. Let's see. Silver, gold and silver are ways to preserve your wealth. Nickel. Okay. Let's go to the article, India. Let's go to this one here, buddy. Let's talk about India and how, for the whole time I've been in crypto, India has been anti-crypto. But all of a sudden now, when they can control it, now all of a sudden it's good. Just happens to be good now all of a sudden. I said from in the beginning, crypto's bad, crypto bad, crypto bad, crypto bad. But then when the government gets control, crypto good, crypto good, crypto good, crypto good. We're now starting to see that. India is the example. Here we go. India is going to expand their CBDC pilot to international trade payments. Oh, all of a sudden the crypto's bad. India works on a CBDC that they can control. Everything seems to be working. Now they're going to expand it. Oh, just all of a sudden. All of a sudden, huh? The Reserve Bank of India continues expanding its central bank digital currency pilot. It just keeps continuing to expand it because crypto is good now. All of a sudden, now it's good. Even though Ripple has had headquarters and been working with India for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years now, all of a sudden now they're just starting to notice stuff, right? They have plans to promote the digital rupee all of a sudden now. Less than a year ago, they unveiled its wholesale and retail trials. When you hear wholesale, new people, that's XRP. When you hear retail, that's XLM. Stellar and XRP, well, Stellar and Ripple. And you got to throw in your XDC in there. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy any cryptos that I tell you to. Everything on the show is a lie. Let's see. This is the biggest liar program on the internet designed to get you financially destroyed. All right, there you go. So there's your disclaimer. So what I find interesting here is they say the CBDC is going to be the future of money. The future of money. Where have we heard that before? Let me show you, because like I said before, Ripple has been in India for 7 to 8 years. We're going to go right to an article right here. We're going to listen to Rosie Rios. Oh, yeah. Crypto Hulk, you brought out the reinforcements. Here's the article with Rosie Rios. We're going to start from the beginning. Rosie Rios, let me give you an example, was the treasurer of the United States of America. She was in charge of all the money and the policy and everything. The treasurer's super powerful position. She gives that up. She says she's going to work for the future of money. And then she ends up where? At Ripple. Now I'm going to play this on the show. You've got the video where you can see it. I'm going to play it on my show so you can listen to it. I'm going to let it play out. It's 1 minute long. Here we go. She says, my name's on the lower left side of U.S. currency. So this is Rosie Rios right here. She's basically saying all the things that she did as the treasurer to help move forward cryptocurrency. Oh, got him. Let's continue. XRP it serves a purpose. It's not a security or whatever like that. XRP serves a purpose to move money. That's what it does. Let her continue. XRP is what legitimate financial institutions use. I'm not afraid of the trial. I don't report on it every day because it's fake. I'm listening to Rosie Rios. Oh man, the future of comedy. Here we go. The future of money. Let's roll that back just a little. Let's hear it again. Oh, got it. How do you like that one? It's great to know we're on the winning channel. All right. Now, for new people, let's look at Rosie Rios's Wikipedia page. you get a little rundown on who Rosie Rios is. Underpass 61 just showed up. Rosie Rios, we're going to look at this a little bit. Rosa Guamatao Rios, born in 1965, so she's 5 years older than me. She was the 43rd treasurer of the United States. She was born in Hayward. I lived in Hayward at one point, right off Jackson Street, 92. There's like the 880 freeway and the 92 bridge, San Mateo Bridge going over there. I lived right off Jackson Street, which was 92. But so I know where she lived. And I was reading through her little bio. San Leandro, I lived in San Leandro before I had an apartment there. So I know all the areas she's talking about, Berkeley and stuff. I took one class at Berkeley actually around, I think it was 1998. I took one class at Berkeley. And I went to California State University, Hayward, the same college she went to. So it's very interesting. But there's her Wikipedia page. Let me, did I copy and paste that? Let me do that. Okay, so there's Rosie Rios's, or maybe I did show that already. Yeah, okay, I already showed it. So Rosie Rios. Oh, orale. Let's do a copy. I got one last one for Rosie Rios, and then we'll get back to the article. The article is from CNBC. The title of the article, and this was dated May 2021. 2 years ago, Ripple appoints a former U.S. treasurer to its board during a legal fight with the SEC. Can you imagine that? Look at this picture here right there. It's truly amazing. I want you to think about this. Then I want you to think about the trial. Okay, the fake trial and all the fake lawyers on YouTube talking dumb shit. Especially, I won't mention the name John and then D, but I'm not mentioning full names here. The lawyer on YouTube. Well, this isn't a fake trial. What a fucking cock. All right. You've got a treasurer of the United States of America. And she leaves and says, I'm going to go work for the future of money, the future of commerce. Just like that India said, an article from India said, crypto's the future of money. Rosie Rios says that, the future of money, and then she goes to work for Ripple. Let me tell you something. If you're a treasurer of the United States, I need you to think about this for a second there, buddy. If you are the treasurer of the United States, my God, you're in charge of the whole country's money. Do you get it? Like you have massive influence on the president. In fact, the president asks you questions about what he or she should do. The treasurer is a massive power move. Like you've got power. If you get a job as a treasurer, my God. And to give that up and go to work for Ripple, what do you think that means? It's part of a bigger plan that you don't see. This isn't a career move. Like, think about this. Even if you don't believe in any of the crypto that I'm talking about or whatever, just look at this for an example. If you got to a position as a treasurer of the United States, like, there's not really any place to go higher up than that. All right. All right. Why would you leave and go to work for a crypto company that's being sued by the SEC? Does that look like somebody who's smart enough to run the treasury? And how do you get a job being the treasurer? You got to have power. This lady has connections. She spent her time in the Bay Area of San Francisco. There are major power players here, Kamala Harris and all these other people that were in the Bay Area at the time. Berkeley's there, Ripple's there. I'm not getting into all this conspiracy, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't go from Treasure to working for Ripple. It's being sued because you make a stupid job decision. You're probably told to by the world's elite. Go over there and get this Ripple shit squared away. Yes, sir. I'll quit my job at the Treasure. I mean, that's how stuff goes, man. This isn't a career move for Rosie Rios. She's being voluntold to do this. All right. Let me check some comments and we'll get back to the articulo. Oh, we got Brian Dowie. Keep telling us lies. That's all I do on this channel. Okay, we got that article done. Now go back to the article. So, India says CBDC is going to be the future of money, just like Rosie Rios says. We go down to the next pair. I'm going to scroll through this. By the end of the month, India wants to have 1 million users of its retail CBDC. That's stellar. The reference, hold on, I'm looking through. You know, India is going to be all joined up with the United Arab Emirates for trade. And what's interesting is United Arab Emirates is all about Ripple and XRP and XDC. It's all, all this is coming together. I want to show you, okay? You've got to have these nations, all of them using some sort of CBDC. See, we're not ready yet, okay? I'm just letting you know. So I know some people are showing pictures of rockets and shit on their channel. That's to grab the 15-year-old viewers on YouTube, okay? Because smart, intelligent people, when they see that rocket shit, they're like, "We've only been seeing that on your channel 3 years, dude." All right. So India's goal is to have at least 1 million this month of people actually using this. So here's the deal, everybody. All these countries around the world need to get you hooked up with a CBDC first, get everybody linked up, get their wallet. Like, this makes the flip of the switch happen. So what's going to happen is you watch countries like India, Japan, China. Watch what they're doing first, because all this will happen around the world after this. Okay. They're kind of letting us know it's almost like a test mode, but real life test mode. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm watching what is going on in India. Well, they're starting to hook up common citizens with wallets and shit. See how this works? So they get the technology built. You got JP Morgan running around all over India, hooking up their crypto platforms and all this kind of stuff. They're getting it all set up. I read that article last week. India's getting set up. Brazil's getting set up. They're getting the stores set up. The governments all have to have a CBDC. Most all governments in the world are going to have this. People are going to have wallets. That's when we get the dip, the black swan. And then boom, they can get us out because we're already hooked up. See how this is going? They're getting it set up right here. Talks about next section, wholesale CBDC trials. That's XRP. The Reserve Bank of India has been quite busy since launching its first wholesale trials in November of last year. So we're talking like 7 months ago, India started running trials with XRP. Okay. And they're going to explore different business models. Oh, God, yes. I'm sure they are. But in the end, you all know the business models they pick are at least going to be these: XDC, XLM, and XRP. Where do you know those are involved? Now, what they're going to tell you is involved will be Ethereum, Chainlink, or they're going to tell you stuff that's used, but maybe at the 10 or 5% level. They're not going to tell you what's used at like the 95% level, just the shit they're going to use that does the peripheral crypto. That's what they're going to tell you. I'm just letting you know. Because that's what I would do. If I want to throw you off course, I'm going to tell you, oh, yeah, we're using Ethereum for this. And in Project Dum Dum, we're going to be using Chainlink here. But you're going to use Chainlink like for 3% of this. But that's what they're going to tell you they're going to use. And they're not lying, because they're probably going to use Chainlink for 1% of the transactions to do some very minor part. Oh, they'll tell you that. But they won't tell you what they're running 98% of the time. See how this little game goes? I'm just letting you know. But Crypto Hulk, they're saying that they're using Ethereum, or they're testing Ethereum, and then they're going to use this Binance coin for, well, they're not going to ever use that. But, they're going to use the H bar for this or the quant for that. Well, yeah, they are for 5%. Well, why don't you ask them, what do you use at night for the other 95%? Oh, well, can't tell you that. But we just have to shut off your TikTok channel because you actually showed evidence, so we have to turn off the TikTok channel. And we got to buffer out your YouTube stuff. And see what I mean? That's how you know you got the right material you're learning on my channel. So there we go on the India. Now let me start showing you some truth bombs for India. This is for brand new people. Brian Dowie. Oh, wait, I already read that one. But again, Brian, thank you for your donation. You're a member for 4 months. That's good donations right there. Henry Brown, after all, then they come with Neuralink. After all that, then they come with Neuralink. Yeah. Henry Brown, if somebody wants to get up early, let him get up early. Okay, so here's India. India, I'm telling you about India. I'm going to show you India's largest bank. India's largest private bank is called HDFC. And guess what? They joined Ripple's payment network. Oh, got them. Right? This article's dated almost 3 years ago. India's largest bank has onboarded onto its global payment network, Ripple Net. There you go. Oh, hey, when you got the number one bank in the country that hooks up the Ripple, I don't need to say any more than that. But then you'll have the dummies, the people that have like fucked up brains, but it's not actually saying they're going to use XRP. Oh my God. Okay. You got special needs, and I cannot help you with that. That requires professional counseling and extra help. Let's look at the next article here. India's second largest bank, Kotak Mahindra, joins Ripple's ex-current. Well. So India's biggest bank, India's second biggest bank. I'm going to give you a hint right now. I'm not going to show you what the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh is. I think you kind of get the point. All right. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's go. Let me check some comments. We'll go to the next news article. Henry Brown says, hit the like button and share the video. You got that right. Not a zip. Thanks. I forgot the like button. Next article. This one's kind of a fun little article. It has to do with politics. The other channels won't talk about anything political on their show. because they don't want to offend anybody. Well, that's my job. If I'm not offending people, I'm not doing my job. That's how I look at it. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's a Democrat. Well, let me explain something first off. I used to be a Democrat. I helped get Barack Obama elected. One of the biggest mistakes of my life. Then I helped him in a second term. I actually did work the phone banks, calling people, trying to urge them to vote Democrat. And when I realized that the second term of Obama was a disaster because his country is going in a way that it shouldn't, then I found this guy.
And yes, together we will make America great again.
So I found the Trumpster, and then I switched over to being a Republican and don't regret it at all. The old Democratic Party in the United States, the John F. Kennedy kind of Democrats, I like that. But he was the last of them. After that, the Democrats became this party of giving away free stuff to get votes. And that was like the sellout move. That was the end of really the glory years. But here we have a relative of Kennedy. What did our government do? They killed off all the Kennedys back in the 60s and stuff because they realized that that party was gaining traction. The Democrats with the Kennedys met everybody. I mean, I'd listen to some of John F. Kennedy, the president's speeches while he was president before our government had him killed. And I agree with that man. Everything that he says. Well, the Democrat Party strayed far, far, far from that since. And here we have a relative named Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Kind of looks like one of the Kennedys too, in a way. U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. reaffirmed that if elected president, you got to listen to this. If elected president of the United States, he would guarantee the inviolability of using and owning Bitcoin. Are you hearing this? This guy, he said he would ensure we have policies that support Bitcoin and free transactions. Now, the reason I got into all this political stuff and everything is because there's people that are saying this Robert F. Kennedy guy needs to run as a Republican, number one. See what I'm saying? Like, look, back when John F. Kennedy was around, there wasn't much difference between Republican and Democrat, okay? Nowadays, you got the Democrats where the boys are trying to be girls and shit and just open the borders and all this crazy fucked up shit. Back in the 60s, there was almost no difference between the two parties because that's where America was. We were normal. And people believed if a man goes into a girl's bathroom, they get labeled as a sex offender and go to jail. That was just common sense. And since Kennedy, the Democrat Party's just strayed so far off that I can't even. But this guy here, this Kennedy, is nothing like the Democrats of today, because the Democrats of today want to just crush like Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, and Elizabeth Warren, Sherrod Brown, and all these fucked up people. They want to destroy crypto and tax the fuck out of it and all that. This guy's a Democrat whom I kind of like this guy so far. There's one other Democrat that I would potentially see voting. Chelsea, God, I can't remember her last name. The Marine Corps woman, whatever she is, I forgot her last name. Her policies, she needs to run as a Republican or something. But that's what's happening. The smart people in the Democratic Party are like the Republicans. So the rest of the Democrats don't want nothing to do with this Robert F. Kennedy guy. Listen what he says. Bitcoin is not only a bulwark against totalitarianism and manipulating the money supply, but also points the way to a more transparent and democratic future of government institutions. This guy is old school Democrat, not new school fucked up Democrat. He represents the views of the Democratic Party before it got all discombobulated. And Robert F. Kennedy, because remember now, I was Democrat, so I'm not against the party. I'm against the communists that took over the Democratic Party. That's what I'm against. That's why I had to leave. Because like I said, I helped elect Barack Obama. I'll be honest with that. I was on the phone lines. It was like 2009, 8. I think it was like 2008, right around there. 2008. I remember making phone calls and stuff. But yeah, this guy here, I don't know if he's going to have a chance to win. I don't think he does because he's too radical. Democrats don't want nothing to do with this guy. I totally see what he's saying, but he's talking about going against like banks and stuff. He didn't actually say it, but so the Democrats get all their money from the banks in tech companies. We know that because Sam Bankman-Fried from SBX or whatever bribed all the Democrats. So this guy doesn't have a chance. But and Ron DeSantis, who's running for president, feels the same way about Bitcoin. That so that's what's weird. Is this Democratic guy, Robert F. Kennedy, kind of is in line with the Republicans. So that'll make for interesting. But this guy's totally putting out there. He's totally putting out there that he is pro Bitcoin, and that's what's pretty amazing. We got here 1970s legend. 1970s legend. The free stuff has killed America. Vote red. Trump 2024. For the love of God, close the damn border. Thank you for that donation. That's exactly right. I mean, the common sense factor is gone. You get punished if you think in America now. That's why I got channels that get dropped. This channel gets all kinds of jammed up because if you think, you get in trouble. What you're supposed to do is just listen to the master like a little slave. And if they tell you, if something's black and they say that it's white, oh, it's white. And that's just how it goes. You can't think, you can't have common sense. You just have to do what you're told. Just like being a slave, by the way. All right. Tulsi Gabbard, that's the name, Tulsi Gabbard. Yes, when I listen to Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, I'm hearing just common sense. Like, this isn't the Democratic Party we know of now. Tulsi Gabbard represents a Democratic Party before it got hijacked by perverts, criminals, and all the deplorables you could imagine. Okay. So I don't know how, well, okay, I know how Tulsi Gabbard's a Democrat because she was a Democrat before it got all fucked up. So I'll just leave it at that. Next, oh, you're gonna love this one. Oh, we got Coinbase calling out Apple. Let me do the copy and paste. Okay, hold on. You're gonna love this one. Coinbase CEO criticizes Apple when Damus is removed from the Apple App Store. Here we go. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has criticized Apple for removing Damus from their shelves. He considers this to be disrespectful to users and destroys Damus's image. The founder of this social app has vowed to appeal because Apple's rule has been abused and misapplied. Coinbase CEO commented that Damus being removed from the shelves was disrespectful to users and damaged the brand image. Okay. Let's keep going. It's really crazy that Apple will unilaterally block you from running the software you want on your own device. That's the problem here. Apple is trying to control what you do on your phone, not on their network. They want to control you so you can't use your phone to do certain things. Slavery. One of the most disrespectful parts of their culture, and it's damaging to their brand, says CEO Brian Armstrong, commented on Twitter. Let's see. The CEO of Damus tweeted that Damus will be removed from the app from the App Store on Tuesday for violating Apple's in-purchase rules. It says here, I highlighted this. What paragraph is it? It's it's the fourth paragraph. Ordered by Apple to be removed from the shelves on June 13th because of its Zaps function, a unique function of Damus that allows users to send small amounts of Bitcoin to content creators through the Lightning Network, similar to tweets. So this has already happened. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Apple, now let's think. Apple, for some reason, appears to want to shut down Bitcoin usage. Okay. So let me refer you to one of my videos. So I'm referring myself again. We're going to do a copy and a paste. Listen to what Crypto Hulk had to show. Now, on this video that I'm linking to you, go to the 1 minute, 38 second frame. 1 minute, 38 second. Okay, you should be there, and if not, too slow. So I'm gonna push I'm gonna push the button on my channel here. So if you look at the video, you can put it on mute. But if you look at the video at about the minute, let me back it up even earlier. Yeah, it's not the minute 38, it's a little bit before then. Try 1 minute, 20 seconds. So that video that I linked to you, go to the 1 minute, 20 second mark. And then when I push play, okay, so right at the 1 minute, 22 second mark, you're going to see a Ripple Labs page. This is from around 2013, 14, roughly, okay? More like 13, 14. Okay. Ripple Labs had just started. They're a startup, okay? Look who's the very, very first person listed as our team of cryptographers, security experts, distributed network. You've got Apple. Apple knew from day one about this crypto company that they're on the team. It says meet the team right there. Then starts talking about our team of cryptographers, this, that. And then guess what? Apple's the first one listed on an XRP Ripple website. Now that I showed you that, now do you kind of see why Apple shuts off the Bitcoin Damus? application? Because they're invested into XRP's Ripple. And they're using Goldman Sachs. Apple is using Goldman Sachs for their Apple Pay, right? Well, look at my video again. Who is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 person on there? Goldman Sachs. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk, are you serious? Look right here. The first one's Apple. The next one, number 6, is Goldman Sachs. Currently today, Apple has an Apple Pay function, right? We can pay people and shit. What bank are they using? Goldman Sachs. And on this 2013 Ripple website, we're seeing Apple and Goldman Sachs as first investors into Ripple. Now do you see probably why? Now you're seeing it, right? No other channel is showing you this because they don't have this information. But now you see clearly why Apple is shutting down this Damus, because they're in bed with Goldman together doing their own loan stuff. See how Goldman's going to get hit hard. Apple needs to get rid of this Damus application because you can now send and receive and move or whatever Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs can't compete. Just like this platform, YouTube cannot compete with me fairly and squarely. Just like Facebook and Instagram are useless to me because they won't do anything on my show. So they're useless platforms. They can't handle competition. You got TikTok shutting off my channel. This is why, because I'm showing you right here. This is a perfect example of you've got Apple with Goldman Sachs running a credit card program, and it's a payment program, and they're both Ripple customers from day one. Apple's trying to say, oh, Damus is violating our policy. No, what Damus is doing is cutting in to free market money. Free market money is what Damus is doing. That's all. They're just competing. But we have Apple, which is almost, I'm getting ready to almost say a shit company right now. And I have an Apple phone. I'm on an Apple computer. And if they keep doing fucked up shit like this, I'm going to switch over to something else. So Apple needs to get their fucking shit straight. All right. So there, now I just showed you direct connections. I just showed you reasons exactly why Apple busted this move. Notice how the article, when these other channels, these news organizations, they don't have the depth or the investigative ability that Crypto Hulk has. And I'm a one-man show. Just think if I was an organization, if I had 5 or 6 other people working with me, my God, I could take over the whole fucking internet with this show, right? But these the news organizations here don't have access to information I have. I'm showing you clearly, if you look at my video that I posted here as a link, I'm showing you Apple and Goldman right there within a few words of each other. And we all know I was looking at Apple Pay, and they are linked up through Goldman Sachs. So now you see that this Damus thing is a direct confrontation, or it's direct competition with Apple, and Apple and Goldman can't handle. See, they can do monopoly, but they can't handle competition. That's disturbing. And let's see, I believe that's going to be it for today. Let me check the comment section, then we're going to wrap it up. Because I've got to be somewhere. And this show's pretty much at 59 minutes and 25 seconds. Fetterman is a dumber Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. Have a good day, Hulk. Peace out. And Meatball shows up. Okay, that'll wrap it up. I got things. I got places to go, people to see, and I don't know how's that go. I got things to do, people to see, and whatever it is. That's what I got to get doing right now. I'll be working on the show for about 11 hours from now. I'm gonna work on making a show for 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'll start looking for some news in the afternoon, and if I can find a good amount of material, then I'll make a show about 11 hours from now. So until then, I'll see you in my next show.